Hey guys, we're here for our briefing on Sunday's HYROX Relay Challenge. I'm Marilyn, I'm manager at Jab Gym. I will also be your events manager for the day. And I have John with me, who's one of our instructors and also the events director for the challenge. So I'm going to talk through a couple of administrative things before we get started. And then hopefully that will answer some of your questions. And then John will then take you through the rules and the flow of the event. First off, you should have all received your arrival time to Jab, so that's really important. We'd ask that you come to Jab by that specific time to make sure that the flow of the day works really well. We've got a huge number of teams, which is very, very exciting, and we just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to compete in a timely manner and to make everything work smoothly. So when you come in to Jab on the day, you're going to register, you're going to get a lovely little wristband, and that wristband is going to allow you access to the gym. We will need everybody who's participating to have this wristband. For health and safety reasons, we are limiting the number of people that are present on the day, so it will only actually be participants. So make sure you have this wristband. If you don't have a wristband, unfortunately, we will not be allowing you to have entry to the gym. Okay, so that's super, super important. You don't have to come in all at the same time as a group. Just make sure that your whole team arrives before your arrival time. So a couple of other important points to remember. There will be road closures on Sunday mornings. So if you're coming from an area which is impacted by the road closure for the Sunday mornings in town, the best way to come in is either through Mabuhay or Subuk. If you find you are going to be late or that you've run into some hiccups, please make sure you contact us and we'll do our best to see what we can do to accommodate. You can also contact us through your contact person who is the main person we've been in touch with over the past week, letting you know about everything that's going on. When you get here after you register, and we will then give you your start time, the most important part. Don't worry about this. There is plenty of opportunity for you to warm up, to get your things together and get organized. So that's all good. Also, we'd ask you to make sure you bring your own water bottle. We have a water dispenser, or you can purchase water here, but we won't be providing any glasses or cups, so make sure you bring your own water bottle and your own towel. It's 20 minutes. It's going to move very quickly, but just in case you need that wipe down, then please make sure you bring your own towel. Just a couple of other things before we move onto the floor. John's very excited to start sharing all the information with you. We're not expecting any fire drills on Sunday. So if the fire alarm does go off, we would ask you to please take instructions from our Jab team and follow the evacuation procedures. Let's hope nothing happens, but if it does, please make sure you follow and cooperate with the instructions given to you. We are all first aid certified, so if there is any issues that you're worried about during or after your bit or your challenge, please make sure you flag it up to me. I'll be walking around the floor, on the course, around the gym throughout the morning. So if there's anything that you need addressed, please, please, please let me know or flag it to one of our teams, okay? So super, super important at front. We have our media team as well, so there will be photographers and videographers on the floor, so plenty of opportunities to capture photos. We want to make sure that you guys have an amazing time, so don't worry about all the photos. We will handle that and share that with you after. So make sure you give a nice wave and a smile to photographers to make sure that we also know that you guys are having a great time. Okay, most importantly, all finishers, they get this amazing patch. So make sure you finish. To make sure you get this patch, you can stick onto your bag. I know lots of you will have HYROX bags, so that's the bag that you kind of want to stick onto it, right? And make sure that everything is looking good and that you've participated. For our top teams, so the number one place in each category, there'll be something little extra special for you guys. So, all we're asking is that make sure you stay sharp and aim for the best you can, but most importantly, have fun. Right, so the flow of the day will work like this. When you arrive, you will register, you will check in at our front desk, and then you will be given your start time. As we said, there will be plenty of time for you to warm up. Use of our lockers in our shower rooms and upstairs, perfectly fine as well. There is an area for you guys to also spectate when you're here, so we will also give you indications of where that is on the day. Plenty of space for you to sit down in our lounge to just relax and just have a chat before the event as well. We have 3 categories, as some of you may know. There is a men's, a mixed, and a women's. So that will be the flow of the day. Our men's category will start first, followed by our mixed category, followed by our women's. We're expecting a really packed out morning, so please make sure you bring good energy, good vibes. Also, don't forget to support your other participants, right? Even if they're a different team, make sure you give them all a shout out. For those of you that are participating in mixed or men's, so more than one event, we've already ensured that there's sufficient time between those two categories, so don't worry about that. For those of you who have indicated that you need a bit of extra time or you need to leave before a certain time, we've also factored that in, okay? So all good on that front. So if there's anything else that you guys may have missed out or you want to clarify, make sure you send us a message on our WhatsApp line or drop a note on the comments below, and then we'll address it as much as possible. Okay, you want to follow through with us and we'll start to talk through about the race itself. If you come through with me, you'll see that this is our lounge area for those of you that have not been to JAB before, and so you can kind of hang out here and wait while before the event starts. And we just follow through all the way. We're going to just show you where the warm-up area is. There'll be some slight minor changes on the day itself, but this is the basic setup. So come on through. This whole area will be designated for warm-up. So we will have a ski, a row, and a bike ready for you so that you can do your different warm-ups and your stretches. Really important to make sure you get that done and warmed up before your actual event. So it's time for warm-up. There is also a little reminder here on the different stations, which you can have a look at. Just a quick little spot check to just make sure you know what's going on. I think that's all from me around the more important housekeeping stuff. I'm going to hand you over to John, who's going to talk through the rules and the flow for the day.
Thank you, Marilyn. All right, guys, please come through. So, as Marilyn said, this will be your warm-up area. The benches will be gone, and you have all this kind of space to warm up. From here, this is our start point. This kind of mini arch here will be our start point. There'll be someone here who will be confirming your team name. So they'll make sure your team is correct and you're in the right order. And from there, we'll follow through. Okay. So before we start, we'll just kind of talk about a few things. I'm sure by now you guys have known the stations and how they work. It's a 4-minute workout with a 1-minute transition. I'm just going to talk about some of the general rules. The purpose of that 1-minute transition time is for us to kind of move stations, right? To set up to the next station, to make sure that we are in the right station, and to rest as well. That 1 minute is not used for finding out your score, arguing with a judge. It is just simply to move on to the next station and to rest, okay? There'll be first aid as well. So the only time that the timer will stop is when we have an emergency, right? So if someone has an emergency, we will pause the time because it is an emergency and we will attend to that first. If there's any questions that I have not covered, please send a message to us and we'll get back to you. We will start on time. We will follow the main timer, which will be on the clock. We will not wait for anybody, so if you're not there at that specific time, the timer will still run. Very important, okay guys? Okay, let's follow through. So we'll come through here into station number 1. Obviously, there's still bags here. The bags will be gone. Station number 1, which is the assault bike station. So this is a very simple station. For all stations, we have boxes, designated boxes. As you can see, I'm standing on one. All athletes have to start on the designated box, okay, in their station. So how it works is during that 1 minute of transition, you are able to change the height of the bike, no problem. But you cannot start sitting on the bike. You all have to start on the box, inside the box, sorry. On the call of 3, 2, 1, you may begin, sit on the bike and pedal. The bike monitors have to be turned off at the start. You cannot pre-turn them on. They all have to be turned off. You can only adjust the bike height, okay? You can change whenever you want. You don't have to tell a judge. You can stop whenever you want. At the end of the workout, you all must get off the bike and the judge will accumulate your score, okay? Then the 1 minute transition begin and we'll move on to station number 2. Okay, so follow me here. Station number 2 will be the sled push, okay? Again, a judge will be here to welcome you. The first thing the judge will make sure is that the order of your members is correct. You would have done this at registration, but he'll just reconfirm the order of the sled push. We have 2 boxes here. I'm standing on one. There's one on the far side at the end. Members A, B, and D will be in this box. Members C will be at the far end, okay? You again have to start in the box. You cannot pre-set up before the timer starts. You all must start in the box. At 3, 2, 1, when the timer beeps, member A will come here to push the sled. Member B will be on the sled. Member B, or whoever's on the sled, can stand, can sit however they want, position themselves, but all 4 limbs must be off the sled. They cannot assist the sled, nor can they help push the sled. They must be off the sled, okay? The members will push down to the end. As you can see, there'll be red tapes on both sides. Once the back of the sled passes the red tape, the judges will say rep, and then you can change. If the judge doesn't credit the rep, it means that you have not passed the line yet. Do not get off the sled. If you do get off the sled before you pass the line, the judge will then ask you to get back on to finish the length. Okay? Any questions? Again, just send us a message. We'll get back to you. Once you're done station 2, that 1 minute transition, we move on to station number 3, which is right next to it. Okay? Station number 3, we have the rower and the sandbag on one end, the skier on the other. Behind here, these are reserves in case the machine breaks down, okay? So do not use these machines, they are reserved. So again, we will have 3 members in this box at the start, okay? 3 members in this box. The last member who will be doing the row, he or she will be standing behind the rower. You cannot turn on the rower, but you can change the damper settings and the foot pedal. You can change the damper and the foot, but you cannot start the rower, okay? All right. At the call 3, 2, 1, the member here will sit on the rower and begin rowing 150 meters. As soon as they hit 150, the judge will say, done. They'll come off. They will take their sandbag, okay? Depending on what division you're in, you'll take your sandbag. You will start behind the red line. Remember, the foot has to be behind the red line for the lunges. Okay, we have to stand tall, knee must touch the ground. They will do 3 lengths, 1 to the end, 2, and then back there. When they are done, they will leave the sandbag at the end. The second member will come to row, and they will go to the end to pick up the sandbag. Okay, that member cannot bring the sandbag back. Okay, just to clarify that, very important. If you're finished on that end, you will leave the sandbag there. Member number 2, they cannot start sitting down. They still have to wait until their previous member has finished the lunges before they can sit onto the rower. Okay? Okay, while all that is happening, your remaining members will be here skiing. You can change at any point. Okay? You can swap off the skier at any point. You don't have to tell a judge. There's no judge. Just swap off the skier at any point. Okay? When you're doing that, ensure that 2 members are still staying here at all times. Okay? When the timer is done, the judge will record the number of reps you've done on the row and lunges and the total distance accumulated on the skier. Tiebreaker, in case there's a tie in the score for the row and lunges, the tiebreaker will be whoever's gotten the most distance on the skier. That will determine who finishes ahead or on top. Okay? All right. Moving on to station number 4, the treadmill and burpees. So we're coming down here. As you can see here, there are no boxes, right? Because all 4 members are working at the same time. A judge here will welcome you. He'll ensure that the 2 burpee contestants will be the correct ones. The 2 runners are the correct ones. If you're doing burpees, you will stand behind the line on each lane. Okay, there's 2 lanes here. If you're doing the treadmill, you're standing behind on each treadmill. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. For the burpee, they will begin the burpee. Remember, burpee starts with chest on the ground, hands behind the red tape. Okay? Hands behind the red tape. You can jump as far as you want. Now, for the burpee rules, very simple. We follow HYROX rules. The hand can only be 12 inches in front of the toes. Okay? There'll be a judge to judge that. How it works is the length, you don't have to follow your partner. You can go at your own pace. The judge will count both you guys at the same time. So there could be a point in time when one person is there, one person is here. The judges will still continue counting for you. Okay? All right. For the runners, 3, 2, 1, go. You'll hop on the treadmill. You'll press the green button on, and you'll select your speed, and you'll begin running. Okay? At any point in time, you can swap. You can swap any point in time. Doesn't matter with who or whichever station you can swap. Very important. When you swap, you must pause the treadmill. Do not turn it off. If you turn it off, do not press the red button. If you press the red button, we will lose the distance. And if you lose the distance, you have to start again. Press pause, the treadmill will stop, get off the treadmill safely, and stop with your partner. Okay? Again, for this one, if there's a tight score, we will use the treadmill distance accumulated from both treadmills as a tiebreaker. Okay? Okay, moving on to the final station. Station number 5, over here. Almost there. Station number 5 is the watt bike and the wall ball station. Okay, again, the judge will welcome you. You have already registered 2 members to be doing the watt bike, 2 members to be doing the wall balls. All 4 of you will start in the box. At a call of 3, 2, 1, one person on the walk bike pairing will step up and begin biking. Okay? One member of the wall ball will pick up the wall ball and begin doing wall balls. The other 2 remaining members will stay in the box. You can change at any point in time without telling the judge. The only important rule is that when you change, when one changes, both must change. It's a dual change, okay? And it's a walk bike to walk bike pairing change and a wall ball to wall ball pairing change. I cannot interchange between the 2 stations, okay? For the walk bike, the damper is always set at number 8. You cannot change the damper. Changing the damper will result in a penalty. You can change the bike height before the start or throughout the station, throughout the workout, okay? For the wall ball rules are simple. We have 2 targets, the men's and the women's. The wall ball has to hit the middle of the target, but most importantly, when we squat, hips has to be below parallel, okay? So we're squatting here, below parallel, throw the ball, repeat, okay? If the wall ball scores are tied, we will use the watt bike distance as a tiebreaker, okay? Once you have done that, you will have that 1 minute transition. The team from here will then walk, if you can follow me, towards the exit sign over here, where they will exit out into the lounge area. So that's all the stations we covered. Again, if I missed something out or if you have a question, please do not hesitate to message us, contact us, or just ask. Anything else?
I think that's good, guys. So we're really excited to see you on Sunday. Come here bright early, bring that good energy. We're excited. We've got like a bunch of people coming.
Yeah,
There's so
great.
many. We're really, really super excited to have this relay challenge. So please bring that great energy and that great vibrancy that we're expecting. I guess we'll see you then.
Goodbye.